Hi everyone, welcome to this video. And in this video, what I'm going to be going through is Keepa Product Finder. Now, for those of you that have worked with me in the past, well, you still work with me because I offer lifetime support. Little plug. But so yeah, those of you that have worked with me or work with me, they know how powerful this can be when you know what you're doing. Now, when it comes to sourcing listings first, like you've got your typical jungle scouts, right? Which is we're entering in we're entering in parameters, right? But these parameters that most people enter in on Jungle Scout are very, very low level, okay? And they're just going to yield very saturated listings. Now, what I mean with that is if I go in and type in on a database software, I want listings priced between £10 and £20 with less than three, or sorry, with between three and six competitors, pardon me, you are going to get absolutely bombarded with all these extremely saturated listings. Now, that is not what we want. Okay. With how you want to be using your database softwares is I want you to think about them a bit differently now. I want you to think, how could we use softwares like Keepa Product Finder where we have a wide variety of data points as well as historical data points which we can leverage here, right? How can we use all these data points to find trends or opportunities that may be beneficial for us over the long term? We're not just entering in stringent requirements based on present data, which everyone does on Jungle Scout and just gets presented with saturated rubbish. We want to utilize historical data and trends to yield us listings whereby opportunities are present. Now, I hope that makes sense. Now, using what I've just said, you need to have the ability to think of trends that you believe may be opportunistic for you as wholesale sellers, if that makes sense. Now, in my program, I go through, I think, 15 filters of trends and opportunities that you can literally use. And it's so funny because every time we go through this, I go through this with people on my program, we find profitable listings and brands. Like literally currently as we speak, one of my one-to-one students, we literally did this on a call. We located a brand. I was, oh, hang on a second. Go and contact this brand. And they have got a meeting for exclusivity with that brand this week. Right. And that brand, I think, does, I believe, 20 grand a month upwards in revenue. Right. And you've got to understand, like, with the data points that you want to be entering in here, they can be variable and they will constantly change because you're not using stringent parameters. We are leveraging and utilizing historical data and certain trends and opportunities. Now, shall we go through an example? Well, I'm guessing those of you watching the video are going to want to see an example after I've literally just been raving about this software. Right now, look how many data points you can leverage here. Look at how many data points you can leverage here. Now, what I want you to do is literally sit there and think, right, about what listings do you believe could be opportunistic for you to sell that may be opportunistic, right? The other sellers typically just might not jump on. Let's go through an example. And I'm trying to think of which or what I can actually show in this video because the results you can get from some of these searches are literally mind-boggling, whereby you can enter in some parameters and in front of you, you literally got wholesale listings or brand listings, which are very, very opportunistic, let's just say that, and can be very, very profitable for you and your business. Now, what I'll do is let's just enter some parameters. I'm at 50. Now, this is what most people do. Actually, I'll show you where most people go wrong. That I want at least 50 bought in the past month. I want the sales rank to be from, let's say, we'll leave that we've done at least 15 past month. I want the buy box to be between from 10 to 20 pounds. I want the number of offers to be between 3 and 6. And I want let's have a look. Let's go down here. For the sake of this video as well, I will get rid of no variations. Wait one sec. I also love using the Command F here. Saves you a lot of time scrolling around. No variations. Something else which you want to do is the ratings. We want it above 4, just for the sake of this. And this is what most people do, right? Whereby they'll enter in something very, very generic like that. And this is just going to bring up pretty generic listings. Let that load whenever it decides to load. This ain't going to be edited out, by the way, if you're watching this video, so enjoy the loading as I am. Come on. We are still waiting for this to load, yeah. Brilliant. Let's try this again. I'll put that reset then. There you go. So again, we've done that, but then these listings, right? These listings don't mean anything to us. Like we could click into these and these could be listings that are, well, as you can see here, right? None of these listings here are fitting a certain trend or are presenting with us with opportunities. I don't care if it sells X amount of times a month, has a certain number of competitors. Okay, that means nothing to us. Now, if you go in here, like again, these listings may be tanking in price. Does that make sense? So these listings that we come across, yes, they might be priced between 10 and 20 quid. However, a month ago, they could have been priced at 40 quid. So these listings could actively be getting more saturated, whereby the offer count could be going up and the price point could be going down. Right? Does that make sense? So we could literally just be coming across listings here like this. That's literally dropping in price, right? And you're not going to be able to sell that properly. And Amazon's on it. So that's dropping from 15 quid, 12 quid, and Amazon's on it. So now you've got to think, we did a very, very generic search here. And we can literally use this listing. Okay, let's get rid of Amazon. What can we do? Now, this is how you've got to think when you're using this software. What was Amazon? And F. Amazon, we want our stock. Let's chopped it down a bit. Now we can go back again. You can just keep going backwards and forwards and looking at data points that, well, basically look at the listings that come up and then look at the list, look at the data which you don't like, and then go back to your filters and weed out the listings, and weed out the data points that you don't like. It's as simple as that, right? And then what you realize is you're just going to come across listings which are opportunistic for you and are more likely to be profitable because we are weeding out all the bad data points, all the bad trends. Does that make sense? So we can go through. See, like that had Amazon on it historically. So let's say we wouldn't get rid of that. We can do bring the buy box third party. That shouldn't change much because we've got Amazon out of stock here. Buy box percentage for Amazon 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. There we go. So we've completely weeded out Amazon now. Let's get rid of all these listings. Now let's click into these and see what we don't like about these listings. Let's say that looks very private label to me. Obviously, as well, when you're using Keepa Product Finder, you have to have the ability to just go through these listings or look at these listings and know whether they're private label or not, because then that's going to save you a lot of time. Because if you don't know that, you are going to waste a lot of time clicking into each and individual one, each individual listing. Like, for example, like, you ain't going to be able to sell that now. We've got here that listing, which you'd ignore. So let's click into here. Again, can you see that listing's tanking there? So we can go in and go back. And then when we look at buy box, we can look at the drop percentage. Obviously, we don't want to drop, do we, in the buy box? Because that means the listing's tanking. So we can say we want it from, let's say, 0 to minus 30. Right. Now, what does that mean? Sorry, wait, wrong way around. From minus 30 to 0. Now, what does that mean? That means in the last 7 days, the price has actually increased, right? From 0 to 30%. So obviously that's a drop percentage. So the opposite of a drop is what? An increase. So now what this will mean is it will get rid of that trend over the last 30 days. We can also do that for the last 90 days. So these are listings which we know aren't going down that trend, right? When it comes to the buy box. Now let's say we click into here. Okay, I've accidentally clicked into eBay there. So we click into there. There we go. Well, that's increased in price. So for those of you watching this video, feel free to go out and reach out to this brand, right? Now, hopefully you can see there how you can literally use Keepa Product Finder to weed out and find listings which are opportunistic for you and are more likely to present you with profits, if that makes sense. Now, this is how you want to be thinking when you are using Keepa Product Finder. Think, okay, where do the opportunities lie and how can we reverse engineer that using all the really, really great data points Keepa Product Finder has there for us. And trust me, once you actually start thinking about how you can, okay, like this has no consistent FBA offer. Like, there you go. Once you start thinking, again, I'd double check this brand there, but once you start thinking like this, you start to reveal so many opportunities. Like I said, if you want to know that I think 15 or so I go through in my program, which literally you enter them in, and in front of you, you've just got products with opportunities which are constantly changing because you could tweak data points, you know where to look, whereby I'm literally giving you filters. You can literally click the links and they will open up in front of you. All right. Now, if you want to, well, if you want access to that, if you want to know exactly how I use Keep Product Fund Source and how to really find profitable opportunities and listings, right, and brands as well, link down below in the description to book in a call to see if you'd be a good fit for my program. Okay, and you will see there's so much money to be made on Amazon. It's an absolute joke. Everyone that I work with sees this. I show them it all. I show them how to actually make money doing wholesale. And you've got to understand when you know how to use softwares like this, when you know how to source to a higher level, because this is what we are doing here. We are not just doing your basic rubbish, low level, stringent parameters. No, we are thinking differently. We are trying to spot opportunities. We are trying to open up avenues of profitability. All the profits are in front of your face. Okay. And you see it all in front of your face. Now, yeah, so link down below in the description if you want to see if you're a good fit for my program and you want to see literally in front of you, you want me to hand you the filters, right? Whereby you can tweak them, you'll literally just see the opportunities in front of you. It's as simple as that. And you'll be able to, like I said, tweak them, get different opportunities. And since we are utilizing trends, the results you're getting every day are going to be different because we're utilizing trends. Okay. We're utilizing separate opportunities. Now, yeah, so link in the description if you want to see if you're a good fit for my program. If you like the video, like the video. If you've got any questions, down below in the comments. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hope you found this one useful, and I'll catch you all in the next one.